What are A shares? And A shares are the same classes offered by mutual funds. They represent your ownership in a mutual fund's portfolio of stocks, bonds, or other securities. In a mutual fund, investors pull their money together, and each share class has a slightly different cost and fee structure. And A shares are known for their front-end load. That that's a sales commission you pay when you buy the shares, and how it works. And when you invest in A shares, a percentage of your initial investment is taken as a commission up front. For example, if you invest $1,000, front end load is 5%, then $50 goes to fees, and $950 goes actually is invested in the fund. Once that fee is paid, you won't owe money more. You won't owe more entry fees later. You're free to hold or sell your shares later without an additional share charge tied to the shares class because you pay a purchase a share. A shares typically come with lower ongoing costs compared with other classes like B or C class shares. Why investors choose A shares? A shares are most attractive for long-term investors. That's because the front-end load might feel painful at first, but you often get lower ongoing fees once the investment is made. Many funds often offer breakpoints, meaning if you invest more money at once, the front-end load percentage drops. Over many years, these annual fees can make A shares more cost-efficient than other classes for long horizons. How A class shares compare to other class shares? To understand A shares in the context, B shares charge no upfront fee, but you pay back end fee when you sell, often decreasing the longer you hold. C shares typically don't have big upfront fee, but they have higher annual expenses as long as you hold them. So the choice often comes down to your investment timeline and fee preferences. Long-term investors who plan to hold many years often prefer A shares because the lower the ongoing cost after the initial sales charge. Key consideration before you buy. Before buying A shares, check the prospectus for the actual front-end load and expense ratios. Compare with no and no load funds, a low-cost ETFs which may charge no sales load at all. Think about how long you plan to hold the investment. A shares often make most sense if you're for the long haul. In summary, A shares are a class of mutual funds shares that with a front-end commission and lowering ongoing fees, often suited for long-term investors who want to minimize long-term costs. If you found that useful, hit the like button or don't, I don't care.